Hey guys, it's Autumn Rain with Beyond the Record, and today I have fellow Jersey native and singer and songwriter Kärma here with me today. How are you doing today, Kärma?
Hi, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm super excited to be here talking with you. So, yeah, really, really excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to talk to you too. What? I just want to get started quickly. How did you get your beginnings in music?
Wow. So my beginnings in music started as a child. I wouldn't say like just singing in church. I feel like that's like the blueprint for most artists, right?
Mhm.
And then whether we sounded good or not, right? That we all
Right.
started in church. So I started there, and then from there, like I joined choirs in school and did talent shows, and I just loved music. My family was a huge music family. My late grandfather, he was a musician. He was a singer. He was a songwriter. And then my dad's dad is also a singer and a songwriter. He plays piano. So like, I've just been around it my whole life, and it's just been something that was just like a second nature to me. Just like breathing, like singing or like knowing music was a thing. And then eventually, I was just like, oh, let me just try to like actually make music and see if this is something that I want to do. And it ended up being something that was easy and natural to me. So yeah, that's how I got started.
Love that. Yeah, church is always a great foundation. I love hearing that, especially
Yes.
from the R&B girlies and guys, because you can hear
Yeah.
it. You can hear it in the music. You definitely can.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yes. No, we do. We do, girl. We do.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind your stage name? It's really interesting.
Well, my name is Candace. My real name is Candace, and I wanted something that kind of gave the sound without it being like my actual name, because I felt like my name is like girl next door. It's just very like sweet, and while I can be like that, I'm very spunky. I have a lot of spice. Like my personality is large, right? So I wanted something to fit that.
Yeah.
And then I also believe in that principle, and not in a negative sense, but more so like be the energy that you want to receive, and that's something that I stick with, so that's why I chose that name.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I agree with that too. It doesn't always like have to be negative. I think when people
Yeah,
like
like what goes around comes around. Oh, like no, it's not that, because there's good karma too, so
exactly. Exactly. I think there's this phrase I saw like a while ago. I don't know if it was on TV or one of my friends said, I don't know, but it was like have the day you deserve. And I think
exactly.
I was like,
That's so shady, but it's true.
right, right. But like you said, there's good karma. So if you put goodness
Yes,
out there,
ma'am.
you'll receive it. So
Mhm.
exactly. So who are some of your musical influences?
Woo. um Musical influences, I would say that right off the bat, like all the OGs, I'm not gonna name everybody, but like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, like those people, and then like what was more, um, what is the word I'm looking for? Like was more relevant to my upbringing, I would
Mhm.
say more of like the 90s into the 2000s. So like the Beyoncé's, the Mary J. Blige, the Brandy. Child, Brandy is she's in my top two, and she is not two.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely a part of the university. All my soldiers stand up, salute. Um, but yeah, like artists like that, Usher, incredible songwriter, incredible vocalist. Um, I love her. I love Chris Brown, Lucky Day. I could go on and on and on, because I just like have so many people that I like really love and draw inspiration from. So, but
Mhm.
those would be some of those people. Yeah.
Absolutely. All excellent choices too. Those are some of my faves as well. Definitely I feel like you can't even think about or talk about music without mentioning someone like Stevie Wonder. Like
Yes.
you really can't. Like he's the GOAT, like forever.
Incredible. He's like like through generations and generations, like everyone is like digging into his catalog. And even with Brandy as well, I'm seeing that younger kids,
Mhm.
especially like in the TikTok communities and stuff, like they're going crazy over Brandy like she's new. And this stuff is like 20 and 25 years old, but it's just a testament to their greatness. So
Yes, and their impact too, and especially
Yes.
if you're gonna be on tour with Monica. I can't wait. I
I'm
gotta
so
find my way there.
I'm so excited. I'm trying to keep my composure, but I really do a backflip right now. Like,
Mhm.
listen, I will be there front and center, okay?
Yes,
I expect to
yes,
be hoarse when I leave that concert. 1,000%.
absolutely. There's no other way. There's literally no other way. So before we start talking about your new song, It
Yes.
Girl, I want to bring up Green Light because that was
Yes.
my introduction to you. And that,
Really?
yes, and that also dropped this year.
Yes.
And I just want to know what was your inspiration behind that track?
Well, Green Light was a bit of a venting session for me, but it was also me kind of calling my power back to myself after everything that I had been through. It's like when you go through something that's really impactful to your life and you kind of sit and the pieces are in front of you and you have to, it's in hindsight, so you get to really look at everything before you and you can assess and really talk about it from a different point of view rather than being like in the midst of it. And
Yeah.
I think for me that's what Green Light was. You know, I lost a couple of friends, some relationships didn't go well for me, and that was just my chance and my moment to really just put it all together, but then like cater to the fun of it for me too. Like just making it like a fun record and an easy record to like hear, an easy listen, while also touching on some deep stuff, you know? So
Hmm. I like
yeah,
that. I think
thank
a
you.
lot of times too with when the artist is going through something, especially something that, a lot of people can relate to, just like, losing friends, relationships, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think when you can put it in a way that it's not going to make you like sad or cry is also just a
exactly.
talent in itself
Yeah.
because that's, I mean, it's hard too to do that, but I think when you can just like up the ante and then you can really have your listener like dissect the lyrics, like, wait, like
Hmm.
actually talking about like something like super deep and vulnerable.
Yeah.
I really loved about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And shout out to my guy, Fred Philp. He also wrote on that record with me, and that's like my right hand man. Like we bounce ideas off of each other all the time. So just want to make sure I plug that in there. We got to give the songwriters their credit when it's due. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, yes, I love that.
yeah.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna go into your newest release, It Girl, and then you have in parentheses say my name into the title too. So we're gonna chat about that too.
Yeah.
And what I loved about that track, it was just like it just exudes confidence. I feel
Yeah.
like you that girl. Like sometimes you need those reminders. So how do you, Carmen, as yourself, match that energy in real life?
I mean, I just feel like it's natural. Every day is not going to be a good day. You're not going to feel like that girl every single day, but you have to still know that you are, regardless of the circumstances.
Mm.
And for me, It Girl, when I was writing the song, immediately it just put me in my bag. I'm like, yo, like, nah, like I'm not of this planet. Like I'm talented, I'm dope, I'm a great human being, and I know those are basic things to have, but like not everyone has them. And it is important to acknowledge that. Um so yeah, I mean, just keeping up with my appearance as a woman, just making sure that I feel good because sometimes my dog is reverse sneezing right now. Okay. Yep. You okay?
Oh.
Okay. I have a Frenchie and they always do that. But
Oh.
yeah, you know, just keeping up with my appearance, making sure that I feel good and look good and that aligns and, you know, just taking care of myself, like doing yoga, praying. I'm always praying. Sometimes I'm just like walking down the street outside talking to God and people are looking like this girl's crazy. Yeah, a little bit, but but I gotta make sure that I get that time in, you know.
Mhm.
And just staying true to myself and my needs. Like I have to be creative. If I don't give myself the time and the energy and like the priority to be creative, it will reflect in my mental health. It will reflect in other areas of my life. It's something that is called to my purpose, right? To do. So yeah, those are the things that I do. But yeah, It Girl is definitely a testament to the classy girl who wants to pop her shit a little bit, but you know, we don't have to strip down to our underwear to do so.
Yeah.
But you know, we have that song, something to get ready to in the mirror. I feel like I needed that in my catalog. So Now we have it, girl.
Yes, and that's exactly what I thought when I was listening to it too. Like, it's a
Yeah.
perfect like get ready with me song. It's about to go out with my
Yes.
girls, have a good time,
Yes.
and just like receiving all of that too. Like, I am that girl,
We
and
are.
I think that it just made me also think about how like Beyonce even started Renaissance album. And I'm gonna get
Mm.
into Beyonce too a little bit because I just noticed like a correlation. I wanted to know if like it was intentional. I know Green Light, then you got Say My Name. So are you a part of the Beehive too? I just want to know. I just want to know.
I mean, of course I am. Of course I am. And you know what's crazy? Green Light was one of my favorite songs off of B Day.
Mhm.
Like
Love
when
you.
I heard that record, the go-go production and just like the swag that she brought to the song and how catchy it was, I was just like, oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And sometimes as an artist, you don't even realize that's what you're drawing your inspiration from. It just comes out naturally that way. And then after the fact, you're like, oh snap, I
Mhm.
forgot. Like and that's what's really cool about being an artist too and like a songwriter. And
Mhm.
with It Girl, Say My Name, I added that after the fact.
Okay.
Not necessarily as a correlation to Beyonce, but and Destiny's Child, but just because I'm saying it in the chorus, I'm saying I'm gonna make you say my name. So I'm like, let me just put it in there so people kind of have an idea of like what's happening in the song a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I like it too because it's the Say My Name part too is also very like for me at least, I feel like the interpretation of Say My Name from Destiny's Child versus Say My Name in your
Mhm,
song, it's like
mhm.
different, but
Yeah.
it makes sense for what the song is about, you know?
Yeah.
Had to ask that. That
Thank
was fun.
you. That was so cool. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Of course. How did the whole production process, like how did the beat come about for It Girl?
So again, back to Fred Philp,
Mhm.
my guy, my right hand man. He was making the beat and he sent it to me. And I was listening. I'm like, oh, this. And then he did like a little singing, like a little. Sometimes when we're writing songs, like we just do like a cadence. So he was like da 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 da, and I was just like, what is that? So when I got the beat, I plugged it into Logic, and then I started rapping at first.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just was like going off the top of my head, and then I was like, oh, we got something going on. So then I did that part, and then I did the melodic part that he added, the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and then the chorus just came so naturally after that. It was just like, I don't know. I feel like when people are creating, I definitely feel like God is in the room, like just doing like this, like here, here. So yeah, and like, so I sent it back to him and he loved it. And then he added more on top of the production. And then we came up with like a little bridge for it because that wasn't even there at first. So it
Wow.
was really fun. And sometimes like we'll work in person, but like remote is also really good too because we can just work quickly on our own ends and then kind of like come together with things. So
It sounds
yeah.
like you guys have a good rapport with each other. And I feel like
Yeah.
once you have that, it's easier to work remote. I feel like
Yeah.
working remote, like professionally too, is like you have to like over explain something. And so in the creative process, it's just like, no, I said I wanted the drums
Yeah.
there, like not there. Like there's a lot of back and forth on
Yes.
Zoom. And I think that how you talk about him, it seems like you guys just have a good relationship.
He's such a good person. And honestly, in the creative sense, like I started working with him back when I put out a song called Dysfunction in my earlier like catalog back in like
Mhm.
2017, 2018. And then it wasn't until like 2019, 2020 that we started making songs and stuff together.
Mhm.
But he's incredible to work with. He's already a creative, and I feel like most of us just kind of get each other and we have that chemistry.
Yeah.
And we're both nutcases, so it's easier to work with somebody who's a little crazy, who's a little off, because it's like you feel more comfortable. So we'll be in the room just like bouncing ideas off of each other, funky, sweating up a storm. But that's when the creative juices really start to flow. So
Yeah, you can be yourself around him. Like you're not judged, I
yes,
feel like, you know? Oh, it's
exactly.
crazy. Like,
Yes.
wow, it's not crazy. Like I love that. So between the two tracks that you released this year, which one is your favorite and why, if you have a favorite?
I would say that it's really hard to pick a favorite, but if I have to choose, I would say that It Girl is my favorite
Mhm.
because It Girl is who I am every day. Greenlight was who I was in a moment, in a season.
Okay.
And while I love that version of myself too and how vulnerable I could get, It Girl is like the karma that you're going to get tonight, tomorrow, when you see me, when I'm giving you a hug, when I'm pouring into you. Like that's the everyday me.
Mm.
And so it's a little cocky. I'm not afraid to admit that, but
You have to
but that's
be.
but that's more aligned with my personality, I'll say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of the songs in your whole discography, like what are three songs that you would tell fans they should listen to get to know you better?
Whew. Okay, definitely chillin'. So that's from my last project, Faint of Heart,
Mhm.
that came out a couple of years ago. Definitely Green Light. And I would say, hmm, this is so hard. So hard to do that. Yeah, so chillin', Green Light, and Break Off, which is also from an earlier project. So those three, I feel like you get a sense of the kind of artist I am.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can do that. Just like you said, you released Fan of Heart. I think it was like 2022.
Hmm.
Fans expect like an EP or an album this year because you have a good rollout going on, girl, and
Yes.
we want more. We want more.
Yes. So I am going to be putting out an EP,
Yeah.
and it's going to be within months of another project. So it's going to be a lot of music. A lot of music coming out. I'm just ready to really just give it away. Like I feel like I make so much music. I work with so many people, and sometimes things don't come out because of timing or just things making sense in a body of work and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, definitely expect the EP. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe a visual project, never know.
Oh, I wouldn't be mad at that either. I love your visuals I've seen like on Instagram and stuff like that too. Like you're always posting, she's always updating people. So how can we as fans like keep up with you on all your new releases?
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I mean, definitely just follow my Instagram. That's where I'm most active. I do have a broadcast channel as well. So if you follow me and you want to join my broadcast channel, I'm always talking smack in there, just making jokes or just promoting whatever I posted. So yeah, I love that. I'm gonna be collecting some emails too for my email list as well. So if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, that's where you can find me.
Hey, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, girl. It was great. You had some really good questions, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.